I'm not even ready. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Rebel Ranks. And today I finally get to vent my frustration in what I would call the weakest level design in the Spyro trilogy. That's right, we're talking about the worst levels in Spyro 2.
I hate dragons!
Now, before anybody gets upset, the Spyro trilogy were my favorite games while I had a PS1. Such fun, vivid, imaginative worlds, funny enemies, rewarding discovery. Yet in my older years, I've realized that some of Spyro 2's levels really do stand out in comparison to the rest. Feeling empty, causing frustration, lacking that rewarding feeling upon discovery. Hell, there's barely even any discovery compared to the other two games. The only real secrets are in the hubs. I still love this game, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of hard for me to avoid talking about the level design in this game. And don't worry, I'll say all the good stuff when I talk about the best levels. I've got a total of 26 levels, with 13 we'll be talking about today. Also, all of this is just my opinion, so when I say things like worst, I'm really just kind of saying least favorite. But I'll say worst as if anybody on the internet actually cares about other people's opinions. So without further ado, I'll be putting off talking about the level design to talk about a flying level. Number 13, Metro Speedway. A little high on the rankings for a flying level possibly, but this is the best flight stage in Spyro 2. And yeah, that's not saying much. The flight stages were never my favorite part of the Spyro games. At least this game has an orb challenge in each flight stage on top of the collecting items portion. Year of the Dragon added races. Yeah, I don't like those. So I don't know. I like the nighttime ambiance of this level. I like the route for the birds with the bridges. The area where the bungee jumpers are is pretty cool, rewarding if you can shave off some time here, and a cool supercharged section. Yeah, I don't know, I'm trying to be nice here. I like where the mayor dude is hidden for the orb challenge, a rewarding discovery if I do say so. The challenge itself is meh, most are. Okay, finally get to talk about the level design, and starting off, This isn't even that bad of a level, honestly. Number 12, Sunny Beach, a fine level requiring attacking a turtle to open a gate for some baby turtles. Right away, there's a swimming section. There is a secret area behind the gate. Very nice. After that, there really isn't anything else great here. More turtles to attack while they slowly move to open the gates. Slowly. A ladder that'll require you to come back for a couple gems. Another ladder for some orbs and some cruelly hidden gems. Good lord. And when you come back for all that, you'll have to attack the turtles again, so they slowly move to open the gates. Very slowly. Good lord. Returning to a level you've beaten shouldn't require you to beat the level again. The enemies respawning is fine, but it would have been much better if the gates just stayed open. Number 11, Shady Oasis. Now this level is okay. It's got a mechanic where you attack a tree to drop a fruit that a hippo eats to grow big and charge through doors. I don't know if you can guess, but this is not a game mechanic that I am necessarily fond of in games that require replaying levels after gaining new abilities. The aesthetic here is cool, and there'll be a bunch of time to enjoy that while waiting for Hippo Boy here to come on, man, hub 2. There's a question mark jar in this level. It's okay, and the level does intertwine a little, so backtracking isn't that bad at all. Unfortunately, there's a head bash chest here, as well as an orb challenge requiring head bash, so you'll have to come back for these after you purchase that ability, which means waiting for Hippo Boy here all over again. You might not need to go all the way through, though. I'm not sure if this jump here saves time and if it saves him opening up another gate, but if it does, I mean, I guess there's that. And with that, we're into the top 10 worst Spyro stages, and I'm just now realizing in the next 5 rankings there's actually only one real level. Anyways, here's number 10, Wintertundra. And while I think the hubs in 2 are the best hubs in the trilogy, that's falling on the shoulders of Summer Forest and Autumn Plains, let's be honest. Wintertundra has the least amount of levels of the 3 hubs in Spyro 2 with 4 and 1 flight level, so it's kind of small when compared to the other 2 hubs. It looks awesome, but show me a Spyro level that doesn't. The only thing I like about this hub was the hidden orb on the waterfall. The orb on the castle wall is kind of insulting. Number 9, Canyon Speedway, a decent flight level. Yeah, I guess it's split up into sections, so if you end up missing anything and make it to the next section, it makes it very hard to complete. Hunter is hidden kind of annoyingly here. If you don't remember exactly where he is, it may take a while to find him. His challenge is actually pretty okay though. Might be my favorite of the flying orb challenges. Once again though, that's not saying much. Number 8, Aquaria Towers, an actual level, and this level is okay. It's nothing special. The mechanic of raising the water levels so you're then swimming is pretty cool, but throwing money bags in here with the metal shark submarine for Spyro just doesn't kind of sit right with me. I mean, in theory it's no different than a bridge, but having to come back here with fireballs to kill the metal sharks so you can comb the tunnels for gems is pretty cool. I'm not a fan of the fact that it's on a timer. Like, it's the end of the level anyways. It's not gonna break the level, but then you have to get it twice to get to the other metal sharks, and it's just so much backtracking. And these hidden purple gems suck. And while the upper area is cool and exploring it is decent, I don't like the orb challenges. Like, I don't look forward to playing this level mainly because of the orbs. So much backtracking through the level. And I'm coming back after watching a Canadian Guy A video about little hidden facts you might not know about this game, and it turns out that the upper area was repurposed from what was supposed to be a water dragon boss fight area from Spyro 1 that never came to be. Pretty awesome. Number 7, Dragon Shores, the bonus stage. And talking about a game with no real rewarding payoffs in regards to discovery, the reward itself for completing the game doesn't feel all that rewarding. There's the roller coaster, sure, I'll get to that, but a dunk tank, it's just spitting a ball at a target. It dumps a memorable enemy, but come on. And the Tunnel of Love is even worse. It's funny the first time I saw it as a kid, but yeah, not a fan. The shooting gallery section is okay, not bad. And yes, the roller coaster is actually pretty cool, and the only part of this stage I actually look forward to. Shooting the cannon on the loop-de-loop is hilarious looking. And while yes, it's a fine bonus stage, when compared to the other two games' bonus stages, it just falls a little short to me. And knowing that makes me just not really look forward to it. Number 6, Icy Speedway. And collectible-wise, the water serpents and ice skaters aren't the worst. The snowmobilers and hang gliders are really annoying though. And Hunter, man, I spent so long searching for him the first time I was playing this level. There's a huge structure in the middle, and he's hiding in an igloo that might be smaller than he is. Oh, and the challenge of his blows. It might be the worst. Trying to hit all of these rings can be really easy to mess up. And it's kind of long and harder towards the end, which makes messing up just super frustrating. And with that, we're into the top 5 worst stages, bottom 5 worst stages in Spyro 2. And starting this list, we have the first level in the game, Glimmer. And yes, even though it's the first stage in the game, and I have it at number 5, it isn't a level that I don't look forward to playing. It just really ends up being a tutorial level. You start outside, few enemies, you go in a cave, a few more enemies, a bridge, and then boom, the exit, level's over. I mean, sure, there's an outside area behind the exit, but it's a circle where you fly around. And there's a ladder to a power-up gate and a few gems around the cave, but yeah, incredibly short. And it makes your gem counter uneven right out of the gate, which after playing Spyro 1 was super annoying to me. In general, it's a fine tutorial level, but when compared to every other level in the game, it's kind of lame. Number 4, Ocean Speedway, the worst flight level in Spyro 2, and wow, this stage is so annoying. They're jet skiing Rhinox or whatever they are, and they suck. They're so close to the water, it's so easy to fall in or miss them because you don't want to fall in, and the vehicles on the roadway thing are easy to miss, and if you miss one, you're basically screwed. And with the skill point time, it sucks. And the Hunter challenge isn't great either, but man, those enemies on the jet skis are just terrible. Number 3, Idle Springs. And being an early level, this kind of scared me as a kid. It was so big, yet enclosed, no real skybox, and kind of empty feeling. Not as empty feeling as Enter the Dragonfly, but pretty jarring nonetheless. It's a level that made me think the rest of the game could be like this. Thankfully, that wasn't the case. Now, due to this level's placement in the hub, it's easy to come here before Colossus, meaning you'll need to return with swimming after. Talk to the foreman in the hidden cave, and you'll have to wait for the other NPCs in the level to unlock the doors again. The only thing this level has going for it is circling around the level on top, back to this firework, and even then that's barely anything at all, really. And this area up here past the exit is such a letdown. Wow. But seriously, there are parts of this level that just feel so much less utilized compared to the levels in 1 and 3. And if I'm thinking of bereft Spyro level design in the original trilogy, this is the first level to come to mind. Number 2, Magma Cone, and the mechanic of this level isn't terrible. Attack these rock giants onto an X so the little fawn dudes can destroy them. It's okay. The other enemies here, these small blue dudes, they pretty much suck. Anyways, the level is going around in a circle, climbing up here, arbitrary money bags. Like, I don't even know what he does here. Like, dude, why? Then there's another climbing section out here with boulders falling. It's very unique, but it's nothing really special. I don't know. It's more climbing than anything, and climbing in this game isn't exactly riveting entertainment. The only thing about this level is where the crystal challenge is hidden, but it leads to the crystal challenge, which sucks, so yeah, not fun. If some of the levels in this game were skippable, I'd rarely play this level, let me tell ya. I will say splitting the level into 2 sections is creative, but the second section is just climbing in an orb challenge, a frustrating orb challenge. And while this is a decent platformer level, it still manages to be one of my least favorite levels in the original trilogy. And finally, the worst stage in Spyro 2, a stage that when I think about it, it just makes me sad and then frustrated. And honestly, I'd be fine if this level never existed. Yes, Fracture Hills is easily my least favorite level in Spyro 2. The layout is just a big circle with enemies scarcely spread out, along with satyrs encased in stone. There's this lower area with the giants, and it's kind of empty feeling. Knowing you don't need to kill all the giants for gems is nice, but it makes this section basically skippable, minus a few gems. You may need an extra soul for the charge gate, so you might need to take care of a couple of these guys, which can be annoying, sort of. There's a supercharge gate that you need to use to get this orb and to break this chest, and it can be super annoying. It's so easy to jump too high or hit a ledge or a wall, and you'll need to do 3 laps for a skill point. Oh, terrible. And the worst part of the whole game, this orb challenge. Now, you don't need to do this first part before you have head bash, but if you do it before, you'll have to do it again, and you'll have to do it eventually anyways if you're going to go for 100%, obviously. But hey, you could skip it if not, because while doing it twice is horrible, doing it once is still pretty bad. And Hunter's challenge kind of sucks too. There's just so much here that I dislike. Like I said, if skipping levels was an option, I would never play this stage. Even rushing through to the end for the talisman as fast as possible is such a chore. And yeah, Fracture Hills is just boring. It's boring and frustrating. The orb challenges are terrible. Trying to get all the gems is kind of lame. The level layout itself is just bad. As for some of the other levels, the mechanic that makes you interact with an NPC to open a door or a gate to progress through the level, and then forcing you to have to replay that level after getting a new ability, is just bad. And I don't know, it just stands out as some of the worst decisions in regards to level designs in the Spyro trilogy. And those are my least favorite levels in Spyro 2, but let me know down below what your least favorite level is in the game, or levels. Let me know what you think about Fractured Hill. Was I too rough on it? If you made it this far, just go ahead and like, because you made it this far. I mean, the only reason would be if you wouldn't like it. The only reason you wouldn't like it is if you didn't have a YouTube account and just saw this on the internet, in which case, I don't know, create a YouTube account, subscribe, then you can comment and like, and yeah, good stuff. There's a notification bell, so you get alerts of my videos. For example, next time we'll be talking about the best levels in Spyro 2, so I'll be saying some good things. Mostly. And until next time, peace.